I want to ask, if the revelation is in concealment, what exactly do we yearn for?
We are hiding our will to receive, which is the opposite of the Creator. It doesn't want to work in connection. It doesn't want to work in recognizing something outside of it, but only what it feels. Therefore, it's not capable of perceiving and revealing to us phenomena that are outside of it. And when we start to use that same will to receive, however, in order to bestow, by that, we're discovering in it sensitivity to whatever exists outside of it, well, inside of it, but still outside of it. This is through actions of restriction, screen, and reflected light. We start to discover one's attitude to others instead of or according to how he relates to himself. And as much as one has self-love, accordingly, he needs to try to use his will to receive so as to be in love of others, one against the other, opposite the other. And therefore, as the more we ascend on the spiritual degrees, our egoistic desire becomes stronger, the evil inclination, and according to that, we can also arrange for ourselves the system of bestowal through restriction, screen, and reflected light, the good inclination, the quality of bestowal. So one who is greater than his friend, meaning that he can be in greater bestowal, it is because his inclination is greater. This is how we advance.
But what lack exactly should the 10 work on?
The 10 should work on the deficiency that it has to begin with. It has rejection from each other. If we are still not discovering true rejection, it is a sign that we haven't yet started on the ladder of degrees, because the ladder starts with us beginning to discover rejection, impatience for each other, all kinds of egoistic desires. And later on top of that, we build restriction on our desire, meaning of using it in order to receive a screen that we specifically want to invert it to be in order to bestow. As it says, it shall be the opposite. And this is how we reach connection between us. There is no matter of connection if before it the rejection and hatred are not revealed. And in such a way, the minus and the plus, where we connect them through our exertion and the general effort in the 10, all in all, we reach an intensity of the Kli in which we can already present the form of bestowal to the Creator, towards the general form of bestowal that exists in reality and according to the equivalence of form, a partial one. On our behalf, towards this general form of bestowal, we begin to perceive him.
If the revelation is in concealment, what do we lack in the current moment? If we're under the concealment already, what more do we need?
But what kind of concealment do you have? What is the concealment over?
So what does it mean that the revelation is in the concealment? What exactly is revealed in the concealment?
That I hide from myself all of the qualities that I would have liked to discover in my will to receive. And I say specifically, my will to receive is hiding from me the qualities of bestowal, the qualities of the Creator, and I want to build them in me first. So I don't know, then how will I resemble the Creator? Towards what? And now I understand that the Creator created such a clever, special system even before I discover myself as existing, the system of Adam HaRishon, and he broke it and arranged it in such a way through many falls and many preparations, so that I now am with the friends, with the group, in this world, this special world, where the Creator says, He placed my hand on the good fortune, on the good fate, and He says, take it, and I can start truly from zero my path towards Him. So, what is the concealment over precisely?
The concealment right now is over the fact that, well, this whole power, this whole path is under concealment, but later, to advance towards the Creator, in order to advance, I conceal my will to receive, and I want to work with it in an opposite way, in order to bestow. It's like with the guest and the host, perhaps that's easier to understand.
So, when the 10 is working on amplifying the connection inside of it all the time, by what does it turn the concealment to revelation?
By beginning to relate to each other above the ego, above their ego, which keeps growing more and more. And they try to rise above their ego and to relate to each other with love, without canceling the hatred and rejection. They build love and connection. And the states of connection and the states of rejection, one opposite the other, these together give us the purity of the vessel, opposite the coarseness of the vessel. And the more these two parameters, these two qualities, the more these two parameters are big, large, opposite each other, we reach a state where it comes to a state where the gap between them, the difference between them, is sufficient, and it can reveal to us what we call the upper world, the root of the coarseness. That's something already. It exists, and it is called the embryo, conception, or suckling, nursing, and mochin. These are degrees of coarseness.
So where does the Creator come in this whole process? Because it seemingly turns out that we are mostly working on the relations between us in the 10. So where is the Creator here?
The relations between us exactly are the Creator. You made me. We build His image between us. And so I relate to the friend as though the Creator stands behind him, and that's how I need to relate to the whole of reality, which is outside of me. And to myself, I relate in such a way where I see the Creator awakening the opposite qualities in me, so that I can make an effort here and to discover Him from a lack, from darkness. We need to think more about these things, to connect all these things that we're talking about together, and that will give you a foundation for working with concealment, which is the subject for now. That's why I said that we won't be leaving it behind very soon.
Moscow 7.